Big D Entertainment, in association with Dipsy Doodle Productions, presents The Dave Holly Hour, brought to you by Trio Jazz Club, Sioux Falls' premier jazz club. Enter as friends, leave as family. Serendipity Studio Gallery and Gifts, Chasers Food and Spirits, Excel Chiropractic, Quality Nails, and the Sioux Falls Arts Council. The Dave Holly Hour features Sioux Empire Arts and Entertainment Conversations. A true lover of arts, entertainment, good food, and fun times, including an occasional Jack Daniels. Okay, so a few Jack Daniels. Here he is, Dave Holly.
Hey there, everybody. Glad you've decided to join us for some great arts and entertainment conversations. Both of today's chats relate to the monthly live and local series at the Washington Pavilion. Later in the hour, we talk with Jessica Graeber from Improb Falls Comedy. They take the stage at 7, and then they'll be warming up the joint. In just a few minutes, get set for an incredibly fun chat with Etta McKinley and Josiah Spouthall from Creating in Color. They're the ones that round out the rest of tonight's live and local. But first, let's pop the cork on this bubbly little show.
Time to grab your favorite beverage, lift it high, and toast it to being Thursday, a.k.a. Weekend Eve.
Hey, the weekend isn't around the corner, it's here!
So long, hump day and your frumpy way. We say hello to Thursdays with opening nights. The weekend is near and we can see the bright lights. Yes, Thursday, you're so hearty, we can't wait for Friday, so a day early, we start the party.
Whatever you're drinking and whatever you're drinking it out of might very well be determined by where and when you happen to be listening. My choice, a Jasper Newton. That's a Jack Daniels Diet Coke with a lime. I order it as a double tall for my regular. Now, you might be hydrating with some water, milk, coffee, or tea. If you're listening later, it could be a beer, a cocktail, a glass of wine, or a flute of champagne. Doesn't matter. Lift it up and toast to braving the weather. Now, here in the Sioux Empire, we've had some bitterly cold temps of late. Around the country, snowstorms in places they shouldn't be, tornadoes, floods. We're obviously not toasting those things. We're toasting all the brave people that get out and about to support friends, neighbors, even strangers that are in need. So cheers to you, brave ones. The Weekend Eve Toast is brought to you by Chasers, West 12th Street, Nellis Road. Chasers has great food and beverages, and on Monday nights at 7, we play Dave Holly Hour Trivia. This coming Monday, it's the last Monday of the month, February 24th, so it's Wild Card Trivia. That's a chance for everyone to win a prize, not just the top 3 teams. So join us for great food and bevies and fun. Honorable mention. What over the past week made Dave laugh, guffaw, chuckle, chortle, giggle, simply smile, or maybe even shed a tear of joy? Oh, well, first of all, I was in a production on a couple of different nights and had a fun time. But what I really enjoyed was Sunday afternoon going to the Premier Playhouse for the premieres and seeing the 2 one-act plays that had been chosen, one of which I was involved with in the initial reading of it in front of the judges, and that was called Aftermath. Written by a lovely young lady, McKenna Olson. It was so great to see it all come to life. It had been cast well, and everybody made it work right. And even a little bit of a, what happened there at the end? It was great. Now, later in the show, we talk with Jessica Graeber from Improb Falls. In just a few minutes, Etta McKinley and Josiah Spouthall from Creating in Color on the Dave Holly Hour. Trio Jazz Club is an intimate music venue in the heart of Sioux Falls. It's family-owned and family-run. Ricardo and Mary Beth and the entire staff provide the art of hospitality, while the best local and regional musicians provide the smooth sounds. It's a great vibe with live music Tuesday through Saturday nights. The chefs and mixologists offer an amazing menu and beer and wine lists. Cocktails as smooth as the jazz. Join the club, Trio Jazz Club, across from the Washington Pavilion. Enter as friends, leave as family. 50 Shades of Red. From bold crimson to delicate blush, experience its symbolism, energy, and emotion. The exhibit runs yet through March 1st at Serendipity Studio Gallery and Gift Shop. And don't forget the Atrium Makers Market every Saturday from 10 to 4. It's free, and the creativity is endless. Serendipity Studio in the historic Shriver Square building, downtown Sioux Falls.
Hot? No. Cute? No. Ruggedly handsome? Yes. Once again, here's Dave Hawley.
Welcome back, everybody. Oh, yes, it's always a pleasure to talk Sioux Empire arts and entertainment. You know what I really love is when I get a chance to have somebody on again. And Etta McKinley, you are a regular guest on this show.
You already know, Dave.
Yes, because you know that you've been here enough. You can just walk in the door. You've got carte blanche.
And I did.
Yes.
I hopped right on in.
And with you is a new guest then, Josiah Spouthall. How are you?
Really good. Thank you for having me on, Dave.
Great to have you here.
Very
it's
excited.
Fantastic. Well, speaking about exciting, I'm looking forward to seeing Creating a Color tonight at Live and Local.
Oh, we're so excited, Dave.
Yeah. Is this the first time for you guys doing that?
Yeah, this is our debut performance.
Okay. And but opening for you is Improb Falls.
They are.
And they're fantastic.
Yes.
And boy, talk about a great lead-in. You know, you get people in a good mood because of some improv comedy, and then you guys come out and just kick it.
Oh, you know we're about to do.
The energy is going to be good through and through. Yeah, Improv Falls has so much notoriety around Sioux Falls. They've been doing it for so long.
True.
I'm just proud of that group.
Yeah. And
so to be able to follow up after them.
all right,
is an honor.
so Josiah, I know a lot about Etta.
Yeah.
I want to know about you now, okay?
I'm sorry.
So what do you do in this group?
This group, yeah. So I sing and dance, do my thing, you know, shake a tail feather. I'm mostly proud of being able to dance and hang out with the group as I have been doing.
Right.
I have a big dance number where Etta and Ebony are going to be singing a song together, and Shannon Dantzler and I are going to have a dance together, and it's going to be so cool. I'm really looking forward to
That
doing
woman's
that.
going places.
Yeah.
Yeah, can feel it. I've been voting every day for her.
I have to.
And that's one of the big things. Singing, for the most part, yeah. Clinton and I have a couple of Clinton Store and I have a couple of songs that we're going to sing together, and as the group, yeah, that's going to be our thing. I'm looking forward to the outfits too. Oh, I think the colors and the schemes that are being put together with the whole group, phenomenal. But that's mostly what I'll be doing.
All right, now, so you are one of those multi-talented people that can actually sing while you're dancing?
Oh,
I'd like to hope so.
Well, Dave, I mean, if you remember him in Hair,
Yeah,
he was our
that's
Claude
true.
Bukowski.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Claude Bukowski.
Yeah,
And that was a good
forgot
time.
about that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, that was an incredible production, wasn't it?
Right?
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the color, the stage, the whole
Yeah.
production itself, was
You know,
phenomenal.
Like I told Alex and Oliver afterward, I said, Hair isn't necessarily one of my gotta-go-to shows. It's not a default. But that was maybe the best production that has ever taken place at the Orpheum and part of TPP.
Yeah.
Just was amazing.
Right, so
yeah.
good.
It's definitely something special.
And it's not often that I, just raving about the set, not often that I get to look at a set and really feel like I'm living in the space
Right.
as deep as it was there.
Yeah.
What a beautiful set they did with the trains, the stairs, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did good. So
Looked great. No doubt
Did
about
he with
that.
his dreads?
which was awesome too.
So obviously you've got some chops to be doing what you're going to be doing tonight.
Yeah.
And how did it all come together?
Yeah, Clinton actually, it started at the Bodies. If you remember.
That's right.
He asked us all
on
to
the
come.
on the Leap Day show.
Yep, on the Leap
Yeah.
Day show. Yeah, he asked us to
yeah.
come do that one
Yeah.
song with him. And after we got done performing, we were all kind of like, wow, we want to keep this going. And then Shannon found out about Live and Local and signed us up, and here we are.
Yeah, no, it's done from there on.
It really was.
And what a cool experience that was to lead from the Bodies and then being like, oh, yeah, let's form this group together.
This is something, yeah.
And be creating in color, moving that motion into play.
All right.
So fun.
Tell us about the name of the group, Creating in Color. I mean, I know, but for those that are listening and going, well, what's this Creating in Color stuff and so forth?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, kind of our organization or how we see it is it's a big group of artists of color, just kind of portraying and showing off our stuff on stage. But we want this to be something where other artists of color can come and show off their stuff.
Right.
So Creating in Color is not technically all 5 of us. It's more so, a group, a community.
Okay.
And that's kind of what we hope for the future of Creating in Color. But it's, so I feel like it's going to be something powerful.
Okay, so it's not just growing in popularity and performances, it's going to be growing in number as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Lots of room for collaboration of all different types
And
of
that's what
artists.
I'm looking
Thank you.
forward to.
You used the word first.
The collaboration?
Collaboration, I think, is the biggest asset of this arts and entertainment community that we have.
Yes, I agree.
You go to other places and it's kind of cutthroat. And I'm not talking about, just L.A., Chicago. Go to Denver. You go to Omaha even.
Oh, yeah.
And it can get a little testy between people.
Absolutely.
Especially in the comedy then.
Oh, yeah. I guess I didn't think about that. That's true.
Our comedians help each other write their jokes.
They do.
Yeah.
They absolutely do.
and any place else, it's kind of like, somebody will say, yeah, break a leg on stage. And they actually are hoping that they break a leg on stage.
Yeah, right. Like, actually get injured. We're done here. Yeah.
That one's out of the running now. Here we go.
Catch them on a meme.
Gotta take them out one at a time, Dave. One at a time.
I guess I'm headlining now.
Very true.
So how many numbers will you be doing? And how is this going to flow tonight?
Yeah, so it's going to be, as far as numbers, our whole set's about an hour long.
Okay.
And it's going to be a mix of dancing and singing and spoken word as well. We're really hoping that people learn something from the show as well. I mean,
Right.
it's a big Black History Month celebration. And we just, want people to be there and to experience. We want them to laugh with us. We want them to feel with us. But I think overall it's going to be a really special experience.
I agree.
How can someone be around you two and not laugh?
The energy is always high with us.
Yes.
You already know.
Honestly, out and about, everywhere we go.
We're always drawing attention to ourselves,
Right?
whether we're trying to or not.
So good. Yeah.
Well, I remember on Monday night I was hosting trivia out at Chasers, and somebody was asking about, because I was promoting who was going to be on the show this week.
Absolutely.
And it was a crotchety old person anyway. Oh, what's this painting kind of stuff?
Oh, there always has to be one.
And then, who's this Etta? Said, well, she's this incredible human being. And then I took my hands and made a big orb around my head.
Oh my God.
And I said, this is how big her hair is. But the great thing about her is her heart is that big too.
Oh my God.
So accurate. So true. So true.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
the
remember the
best,
first time seeing you on stage, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to have this person on the show.
Yes.
Was that Haunted Cabaret?
I believe it was.
I think that's my first Sioux Falls show.
Yeah, and it's just like, whew.
Right, and I tell her that all the time too. I'm like, your stage presence is phenomenal. It's so
It
good,
is.
and it draws in such good attention, such positive attention.
Oh, too kind.
You know, like that's again one of those things where and not to bring off anything, but one of those things where I'm so proud to be a part of a group like this,
Right.
and to be noticed as like I'm talented enough to stand by these people that have been doing this in this community for so long, especially Etta. And her group and all the music that she does.
Nice.
It's
You
so
hold
fun.
your own.
I was going to say,
I hold
you know you
Thank
just as talented if
And
not
that's
more.
why I'm a part of it.
This
Like,
is the first time we've actually met. I've seen you.
oh, you've seen me out and about? Well, outside of hair?
Outside of hair, I have seen you. But it's like, just don't know him yet and so forth. Need to know a
just
little bit
understand.
more before I approach him on something. And then Etta brings you today. And it's like, well, damn. damn, this worked out right, didn't it?
Perfectly. I agree.
And here you immediately stick out your hand. Hi, Dave.
Yes.
It's like, oh, man, look at this. Another smile.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's
Another
good
great
people.
personality.
He's got a great
Yeah.
heart.
Yep, that's what we love. So, Josiah, what did you do first? Did you sing or did you dance?
Oh, in general?
Yeah.
What originally got me into it was I was obsessed with the piano for a short period.
Okay.
And I really wanted to be able to sing while playing the piano.
Right.
And I started with John Legend.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I was like, that's the voice that I wanted to be like. That's
Okay.
the person I wanted to be able to sing as. And then that was the original starter kit to me wanting to sing. So I was originally a singer, and then I
Okay.
started to dance. I took small hip hop classes. I went to a ballroom class once, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
Charlie has spoken. The mascot is still here.
give me a jump scare. and then from there, yeah, it was theater back to back to back, and
Yeah.
I was blessed to be able to meet more people and join the community
Right.
and really see what it looks like.
Well, and the cool thing about theater and actually arts in general is, you have your own family, and then each show you're in, you get this new little family, and then that family continues to grow and grow and grow.
Right? Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's just so delightful that people have all the same like-minded things going on.
Yeah, and I agree. And that was
Yeah.
the big thing that just kept that drive. Because as soon as you go in, you meet someone and you're like, oh, yeah, sing and dance. I totally know that. But no, it's deeper than that. You find people that do pottery. You find people that are really
Yeah.
into art and wine. You find people that like really find a deeper meaning in some of the simple things that you didn't know felt that deep until you heard them speak. It's poetry in and of itself as you continue to grow through it.
And then even, all the side things, like who's a great light technician, who's a scenic designer, who's, great at audio.
Yeah,
and of course, everyone knows Bob Nelson is the mic wrangler.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
so you mentioned you were obsessed with the piano. So does that mean you do play piano?
Yes, I do play.
Okay.
I wouldn't say when I watch other people who really have been doing it for a while and maybe have taken lessons, I wouldn't say that I'm on their level. I can read music and I can play
Okay.
it at my own pace, but I wouldn't be able to, pull out a script and then just bust out
Yeah.
all the keys and be good to go.
Yeah,
But
I love it when
enjoy
people have those fake books and so forth. It's like,
Yeah, they just-
seriously, how do you do that?
How do you do it?
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. It's so impressive. Like any bit of art that you get into or activity, when you see someone who is a master at their craft,
Yeah.
it definitely gives you a deeper appreciation for what it is.
That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! So when you do sit down and tinkle the ivories,
Yeah.
what's the go-to song for you?
For me,
Yeah, if you're gonna just sit down, because hey, there's a piano here, and you're gonna start playing a song and singing
yeah. It would
and drawing a
probably
crowd
be
and getting dollar bills thrown in.
thrown in, right?
He did on the Trio Jazz Club, Dave, when he performed the other night. He did a John
Yes.
Legend song too.
Oh,
Oh,
wow!
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I did.
Oh, yeah. Tell him, Charlie.
Gosh,
Tell him what's up.
I would say "All of Me" by John Legend
Okay.
is one that I absolutely love.
Yeah,
And
great
then-
song.
I think at one point in time I did a Sam Smith song once, and I just lowered the octave so I can sing because Sam Smith does some really good high notes, and I wasn't there yet. But other than that, yeah, "All of Me" by John Legend. For some reason I can play that and really get into
Yeah.
it, and the way that I play it, it just comes off so smooth, and I appreciate that song every single time.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so that's going to bring up another topic. Well, we might as well just get into it. So you're also a member of Etta and the Vendetta?
More like a feature. I should say,
feature,
yeah, where
okay.
like she is Etta and the Vendetta. They are, and then they're like also featuring Josiah Spouthall.
It was fun to have you sing with us, though.
Yeah, and I would love to sing with your group again. That would be so fun.
And,
So
well,
fun.
and I am saddened that last week I missed you guys
It's okay,
at
Dave.
Trio, but I was busy rehearsing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, for what?
yeah, what you-
I was along with Nancy Tapkin, and we performed Love Letters over Valentine's weekend.
I
at the
heard
Icon.
about that. How did that go, Dave?
Great. Yeah.
That's what's up.
We had 3 performances. There was a 7 o'clock and then a 9 o'clock on Friday night, and then a 7 o'clock on Saturday night. And boy, that 7 o'clock on Saturday night felt like a breeze.
After all that.
2 shows back to back, and you've got basically a half hour to reset, go back, make sure your wardrobe's right again. Actually, take 5 minutes and go, whew. Okay, well, who's going to give us the go, and when will that be?
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, so that was it was double duty, but double fun.
Absolutely.
And each, and I'm sure that as performers, you find this out too, that each audience is unique.
Yes.
They will
yes.
laugh at different spots. They will clap at different spots.
Absolutely.
And show other emotions at other spots. And so that's why I always, especially with my comedy friends, and they know that, and I will tell them, because a good friend of mine, we've been friends since first grade, and we're both 62 years old, so it's been a while. He's a comic from Sioux City.
Oh.
And he was up here performing years ago at a place called Coconut Joe's.
Oh, fun name.
Yeah, it was. Actually, it could have been a fun bar, but, well, that's another story.
For another time.
But yes, exactly. But Gary was up here performing. It was an off night. I think it was a Wednesday. So, it wasn't going to be that great a crowd anyway. But the crowd that showed up was still pretty good, probably 75 to 100.
Yeah.
But they had the seating about 75 feet away from the stage.
Oh.
So Gary thought he was dying on stage. I said, no, man. I said, you were doing great.
Yeah.
But then at the end, it got a little lanky because he just kept trying to throw things out there to get a big laugh. It's like, we were laughing, bud. You didn't...
Just so far away.
Yeah, you just didn't realize it because people were far away.
Oh,
but,
that's such a weird setup.
Yeah, when you talk about comedy, a lot of people will tell you that, some people will laugh like crazy at one particular bit. Maybe another group will go, huh.
Haven't we all experienced that before?
Yeah, that we have.
Yes, yeah. And I think it's so fun when to touch base on that part you were saying earlier, Dave. The crowd, they do react to different things so differently than how you'd expect. You just never know. Like I remember during Hair, there was a moment that I did that I thought was going to be sad, right?
Right.
I was like, oh, this is going to be kind of touching, a little deep, sad. And as soon as I did it, I heheard at least 6 chuckles, and I was like, oh, got some dark humor in here. I like this.
Yeah, especially if there is something built in, and the casual theater goer just for the entertainment, not so much to interpret and so forth.
Right, and that's the beauty in it.
They don't always catch that. I had some lines in love letters last weekend.
Yeah.
That I stopped after I said them because I was expecting a laugh, and maybe it was just delayed because then the next part. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, right after. Let it sink in first. No, those moments are so fun.
Yeah, I just have the feeling we don't have to worry about any not enjoyment, shall we say, of tonight's performance that you're going to have. It's in the Belbus.
Yes.
Yes, yep.
And you can still get tickets at the Washington Pavilion box office.
Indeed.
And 7 or 7:30 start?
7.
7. Yeah, a little earlier
Improv
on
Falls
this
going to
one.
go first.
Yes, and so it'll be Improv Falls, and then you guys, and it is general admission, so doors will probably open 6:30.
Yep.
You might want to be there to find the seats that you actually like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The closer, the better.
Yeah. Well, one of the people we'll be with loves to have the front row so he can stretch his legs out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So
I expect to see you in the front row then, Dave?
good chance he might be in the front row, and then if he is, then we're going to be right behind him.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm going to find you. Don't even worry.
I kind of figure you will.
I always do.
I usually get a wink.
You do. I did after hours cabaret. I did give you a wink there.
Give it a wink. Nice.
Yeah, I get a
Signature
wink
move.
from it every time. And then the fun thing is, a lot of people go, God, I wonder who she was winking at.
Yeah, right?
I always say it was Dave Holly.
Wish I could tell you, but that's for me.
A very special man in the crowd, that too.
All right, so looking forward to that. But now, let's talk about Etta and the Vendetta.
Yes.
Goodness. Yes. Yes.
What is coming up for you?
Well, our first single actually came out a couple days ago.
know.
Did you take a listen, Dave?
I certainly did.
What did
I
you
love
think?
it.
You like it?
And what we're going to do after the interview is over, we'll go to a commercial break, and then I'll play that
Oh my god.
and just add it in. But
I
it's
would love that, Dave.
well, I get to do it on special occasions like this because it's your copyright, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's true. That's very true.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I will not sue Dave Holly for using my song. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
There's a good way to say
Make
it.
sure
Yeah,
you have
need-
recording
needs
of
to be
it. You
said.
know?
It's set. She said it right here,
I
ladies
said
and
it.
gentlemen.
I said it.
Sorry,
folks.
ASCAP lawyers. You know, there's only one S in it, but that's what they are, ASCAP.
No,
Yeah.
and they are. And they are.
All right, so the single's out.
Yes.
What's coming up next in terms of shows?
So I have February 22nd. I'm going to be at the Den, and we're doing another Black History Month celebration.
Till
so,
how long?
It's going to be 8 p.m. to midnight. So I know it's the latest show.
Because I thought we had a date.
Well, Dave, you can still come early.
No. Remember I invited you to Rock in the Shrine?
Oh my gosh, Dave!
Schedule's too big. Schedule is too big.
Oh, wait, what time does that start?
Like 6 o'clock.
Okay, I could probably come hang out with you for a little bit. And then,
Okay.
'cause,
I had 2 tickets for you, so.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
For me?
Yeah.
What day is this?
Saturday.
Saturday. Oh. After. And it's at 6, 7?
6.
6?
Yeah.
I might not be able to. We'll see. We'll
Okay.
see. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna come hang out with you
Yeah.
though for a little bit.
If
see
so,
you.
Okay.
Just a little bit,
Yeah, we
Dave.
gotta-
and then,
I'll
I'll reach out.
Yeah, we got a pretty good table.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty good table.
Okay then. All right then, Dave.
All right. Yeah. Some people you need
The
to really
stress.
say,
The stress.
put it in your calendar.
you just
Don't
gotta
book anything.
Double text me, Dave. Double text.
No. You know my whole philosophy. There are certain excuses that are very viable. Number one is if you're doing a paid gig.
That is true.
Yep.
That is true.
If you got a chance to go make money because of your art, do it.
Do it.
Absolutely.
I
do
want
it.
you to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So after that,
Yes, after that, then I have one at Icon March 13th, and it's actually our party for Hustler, our release party. So we're doing that with our
Okay.
Linda Peacock. So that's going to be a good time.
how about 1 week before that, March 6th at the Icon at 7:30 in the evening? Are you busy then?
Let's see, because you want me to come perform for Valdez, don't you, Dave?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I know you do. I remember that one at least. At least I can remember something. Yes, let me talk to the band because as far as my availability, I think I am. Free.
Okay.
So let me get on them and see if we can make something work,
Excellent.
Dave.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
And-
exciting. That's very
that way
exciting.
it can be you're releasing it actually a week later,
That is true.
but maybe a sneak peek or something could go on.
As you should. As you
Yeah.
should.
Don't even
Yeah, no
worry.
doubt about it.
Apparently, Charlie was one too with my foot. Charlie, please.
Well, you do know that Charlie is the official mascot of
he
this
says.
show.
Oh.
He's also the official mascot of Vaughties, of my production studio,
Oh.
of the whole works. It's all under Big D Entertainment. You know?
He has strings everywhere.
He's letting you
Mascot
know.
to go.
Oh
He's
yeah,
like,
and
no,
I
sorry,
have
Charlie,
the
my bad.
feeling he really wants it to be renamed Big C.
Oh, he probably
Oh,
does.
yeah,
He probably
yeah.
does too.
Big C Entertainment.
Big
Sorry,
theater.
Dad, I'm kicking you out. You're in the doghouse.
Oh my
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth, Charlie?
He has good energy. I like
Okay,
him.
so Etta has been here before,
Yeah.
and so a few times. So she now gets different questions each time. But a first-time guest always gets the same 2 questions.
Okay.
Your answer to the first question might determine whether the second one needs to be asked.
Oh, I see.
All right.
Okay.
So when you are not part of the arts and entertainment community,
Mm-hmm.
what do you like to be entertained by?
I see. No, that's a good question. I
Normally, I'm told a good question at like 10 minutes into this, not 24.
yeah. Multiple good questions piled on. Too many of them. I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do.
Oh my god.
What do I like to do that is entertaining outside of this? I love during the winter. I guess it's a multiple part for that one.
Okay.
During the winter, I like watching snowboarding. For some reason, it just is so interesting. And then I look through different dancing videos. Like there's this company or place called Urban Dance Camp, and I watch their videos consistently, and it's so good, so phenomenal. I watch them, and I'm like, those guys are extremely talented. I wish I could move like them.
Yeah.
Nowhere close. And then
But you're
snowboarding.
getting closer.
Getting closer. Yeah, I'm getting better. And if I actually put together a routine, and as much as I've learned so far now, I think I could pull off a couple of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So aside from that, do you have any hobbies?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. I enjoy pretty much the top three, and that's just going to the gym to be healthy.
Okay.
I think it's nice to have a healthy body in that case to help with your mindset as well. I love cooking.
He's an amazing cook. I'm gonna just tell you that.
Go-to dish?
Go-to dish. Oh my gosh, I love my stir fries. Just because it's so many possibilities in there.
Right.
And then I have a lasagna that I make consistently that is really, really good. And I don't know if it's the same as everyone else, and I'd love to tell you what's in it. Secret.
Okay.
I'll give some for you
hold it.
on one of the next episodes.
Okay.
Maybe I'll come over, you'll try it, and then you can just tell the audience, hey, it's no joke.
All right.
Yeah. Lasagna and stir fry. That's my two. I have to say
Okay.
those. But if I'm doing I guess that's the ones I would serve. If I'm keeping it for myself,
Right.
I just don't want to share. Slow cooked ribs, the way I season them are phenomenal. And
We have the Cadillac of grills outside.
do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Summer party, Dave.
Oh, of course. You know,
Yeah, I'll have to bring some
Since
food.
you've been here, that now means you're invited to the Firefly 4th.
Oh,
gonna come with
Firefly
us?
4th.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm down.
4th of July.
Uh-huh.
We throw a party every year, and everybody comes out over here.
Yeah.
And we just have a great time. We start up about 11 o'clock in the morning. And then people can come throughout the day, do whatever. We provide burgers and dogs and buns and stuff like that. But if you want something else to put on the grill, you are more than entitled.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, I'm
Excellent.
definitely down. Yeah.
Yes, because the reason it's Firefly is because that area, our little side yard, and then our 3-season room has been dubbed the Firefly Oasis.
Oh.
Because every summer we get a ton of fireflies back there. It's just gorgeous.
Well, that sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Dave.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. I was going to ask what the reasoning of the name
Yeah,
was, and
so-
you answered it right away.
That's the reason, and that's what goes on. All right, so cooking was number 2. You said the big 3.
Oh, yeah.
Working out, cooking,
And reading.
reading.
Yes, I have a huge, and Etta's been to my house as well. I have a huge several bookcases full of books.
Oh.
And I love reading. And one of what was the book I just finished? It was No Accidents. No Accidents was a phenomenal book. I thought it was really fun. The ending was different, and a lot of the parts that it touched on was really impressive. But one of these days, I'll have to show you that book.
All
if you're
right.
into reading.
Definitely. Look forward to it. All right, Miss McKinley.
Hi.
Hello there, sunshine. So let's go with this one today. Because you've answered that. You've answered a couple
I've
others.
answered a lot for you, Dave.
Yes, you have. And so...
I'm scared. Why are you laughing?
no, I'm just thinking of, our... the other person on the podcast right now that's barking up a storm.
Yeah, having a good old time.
If you were an animal, let's do the spirit animal thing.
I love that question. Love that question. Yes.
Dave. A spirit. What would my spirit animal be? Let's see. Well, my personality is very extroverted, I feel like.
Yes.
But also, outside of my public life, I'm a very, laid back chill
Yeah.
person. I like
Yeah.
my alone time, my quiet time.
I could see it.
Why not say a panda? I feel like I resonate some panda energy. I feel like.
Our 6-year-old grandson loves pandas.
Does she?
He, grandson.
Does he? Oh,
yeah.
grandson. Sorry. I'm a little deaf, Dave.
No, our granddaughter is like 12, approaching 13, going on 30. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Going on 30.
Oh, what a fun time. And again, after the commercial break, we're going to throw in that wonderful new tune, brand new single from Etta.
So exciting. So exciting. Yes.
Oh, it's been so fun.
But excited for tonight as well. Looking forward to seeing Creating in Color on stage right after Improv Falls.
Yes.
Starts you off, and 7 o'clock again is when you can get, well, that's when the show starts, so doors will open about 6:30. So get there because it's GA. Go in, find where you want.
Yep.
If somebody's still in the potty, take your coat and put it there next to you so you can save the seat, just like we're in high school.
As you do.
You have to.
And and then when that person comes back, they can put their coat down and you can go, and I go being operative word there. But it's so worth it. I haven't seen a bad live and local since they started this program.
Have you not? That's good. That's a good thing.
It's just always a pleasure to be there.
Yeah,
so much
and you're not going to see one with us.
Yes.
It's going to be really, really good.
Yeah. All right. See, now we've got a promise. It's going to be really, really
It will
good.
be.
Yes.
It will be fantastic.
Josiah Spouthall and Etta McKinley from Creating in Color, and also Etta and the Vendetta. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you taking
Thank
your
you
time.
for having us, Dave.
Yes, thank you so
Anytime.
much. I'm happy to be a part of it.
And we'll be back with that single right after this.
Are you an artist? Need some funding to further your art? There's a great opportunity for you through a Sioux Falls Arts Council program. The Artist Microgrant program gives away several microgrants to local artists, no matter what art discipline you're in. Unlike more traditional grants, a microgrant is very easy to apply for. Go to artssiouxfalls.org. If you haven't done so yet, create a listing on the Artist Directory, which is beneficial in its own way. Then go to the Artist Microgrants page and apply online. The process is simple. Find out more about the Sioux Falls Arts Council as well online at artssiouxfalls.org.
From Etta and the Vendetta, this is Hustler.
There's a kind of man that come around here sometimes, playing games
Hustler by Etta and the Vendetta. And we'll be back with more of the Dave Holly Hour in just a moment. Here's what's on the set list at Trio Jazz Club this weekend and into next week. Tonight, it's the Jesse Christian Band. 2 shows, 6:30 and 9. Same time slots tomorrow night for the Bobby Grip Band. John Bakken's Hot Pockets round out the weekend Saturday night, also with 2 shows at 6:30 and 9. Monday night, it's a ticketed event for Comedy Night. Then Tuesday, 1 show with James Dean. For more information, go online, triojazzclub.com.
Ladies, when it's time to give your nails some love, get that extra special treatment from Quality Nails on South Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Manicures and pedicures that look great and make you feel fantastic. Zaya and Tony don't simply provide the service, they provide professional care for your hands and feet. Whether you just want the basics or you're looking for an extra special look with an added flair. Oh, and guys, it's okay to treat yourself too. Quality Nails on Minnesota. Call for an appointment, 605-334-1463.
He's a bit flirtatious, but most of all, fun. Once again, here's Dave Holly.
Welcome back, everyone. Oh, yeah, I love saying it. Some of you people say, but Dave, you say it all the time. Yeah, you know, every guy that has a show has some signature thing, and I have a couple of them. One is it's always a pleasure to talk Sioux Empire art and entertainment. The other is, for me, every day is a holiday. There we go. But it's always a holiday when I get to see this young lady, Jessica Graeber from Improb Falls. How are you?
I am great.
Yeah.
I'm great. This is my 3rd time here.
Know,
I can't believe it.
Yeah, and you're leading your husband then by 2.
I know. Now it's a competition.
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
Yeah, we'll have to get him back on at some point then.
Sure, but I better always
be ahead of him
than him now. Yeah.
I have the feeling you might be.
It's a healthy competition between me and him.
There you go. Yeah. Well, yeah, you are a competitor, Miss Pickleball.
That's right.
Wearing your Pickleball Works.
Oh, that's right. Hey, shout out to Rob Noonan, who I'm wearing his Pickleball Works sweater right now.
Oh,
check him out.
It's cool.
Thanks.
It's getting very competitive. You know, they have championships on ESPN now.
Yes.
Wow.
Hey, and if you haven't tried pickleball, now's your chance. You guys, it's amazing. It's amazing. If you're looking for a new addiction in your life, try pickleball.
I've already had enough.
This is a good addiction.
All right, but you are from Improb Falls,
I am.
Which will be tonight, 7 o'clock.
Ooh, Thursday.
This comes out on Thursday.
That's right. Oh, yes. Then it is tonight.
It is tonight. Yes, and so Thursday night at 7 o'clock, and you will be opening then for the wonderful group Creating in Color, and it's going to be a fun night no matter what. But I understand Improb Falls is going to be doing something just a little bit different than the typical games that we see when we go down and see you at the Icon. Yes, Charlie. You are the mascot of the show, and you are going to have your own segment now, so hush.
That's right.
Yeah.
Really. That's right.
Ambiance.
Yeah, we're doing something a little bit different. We are dedicating our show to February, the month of love, and we are doing some... We want to get the audience involved. Their stories, our pieces are going to be inspired by their stories of dating, of like the good, the bad, the ugly, the wonderful, romance, and all that goes along with that. So we're going to get little stories from the audience, and then our scenes will be inspired by that.
Okay.
And then we'll be doing scenes of all lengths, so a little bit longer than what you might see in a regular Improb Falls show. And we'll be involving a lot more genres than you usually see. So think of maybe a Blockbuster, and the different aisles in a Blockbuster will be playing with genre a lot. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Because I heard that, at first it was going to be long form. Mm-hmm. And then that apparently somewhere in the past few weeks, it kind of became like a medium form.
I think it's just more...
Something you invented almost.
More flexible, more organic. It's going to just take its own form. Yeah.
Are you surprised? I mean, because you're so good at improv, and you've heard hundreds, if not thousands, of different suggestions. Has there ever been one that you will never forget?
Oh, well, that's a good question. There isn't one that I'll never... There's not one suggestion that maybe stands out, except for one show that surprised me how well it went.
Okay.
There was a benefit show we did once where there was a young father who was in his 30s who suddenly passed away. And we were doing a benefit for his family. Mm. And the director of the show started to set up a piece that we do called A Day in the Life.
Right.
And he was asking the audience questions about the guy who passed away, and we were starting to get nervous as actors, like, are we about to have to reenact a day in the life of the guy who just passed away in front of his family and in front of everybody? Yeah. And we were like, oh no, because this might be too soon, or are we going to be able to do a good job? And so as performers, we're kind of like, director, no, let's not do this. It's too soon. And yet we were able to get, based off of the suggestions of the audience, they were sharing such wonderful little moments of the guy's life and personality.
Yeah.
And we took that on stage, and what we were able to create, I remember it being so joyous and so fun. And it was one of the best things I've ever been a part of.
Oh, that's cool.
And so, so just going from being so scared to it being so wonderful, that's something I'd never forget.
Awesome. Great story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when it comes to improv troops, it's nice when you get some consistency. Mm-hmm. And you guys have been consistent for a number of years now. And that obviously helps because the different telltales that each have, and so you can get an idea. Is that something you miss, though, by not having a new person join in? Or is it just such a luxury to have this that it's like, oh, let's keep this train going?
I do like the... I do think it is nice to have the benefit of having the luxury of working with the same people to get so close to someone that, especially with improv, where you can get on the same wavelength, where you can read people's mannerisms and know how someone will react so well that you can get on the same page so quickly. And so that is something that is very unique and very valuable in what we do. However, I do love it when we get fresh blood in the mix as well. And for our show that we're doing tonight, Thursday, 7 p.m., we're performing with Nate Holtz, who performs with us every once in a while.
Yeah.
And he has such great energy. And he pops in as our guest performer. And I love that as well, because he'll surprise us and he will add something new to keep us on our toes. So that kind of mystery will change the dynamic in a great way. So I like that.
Such a great comic to begin with. And one of those, along with one of your regular members, Zach Dresch, that makes that transition, because it's not always easy for a stand-up comic to do improv.
It's true. A lot of people think it's similar, but it's two different art forms, where stand-up is it's written. It's a writer's art form, where improv is more character-based and in the moment, where you really rely on the team, and you have to be open to wherever the story is taking you. Where in stand-up, there's a lot of work that goes on before you get on the stage too. So, and I have respect for both art forms, but they are very different.
That they are. So, somebody that's a comic, a stand-up person, will rehearse. And I know that you guys have, quote unquote, rehearsals. But I call them practices.
Yeah, they're more practices.
Yeah, because all you're doing, because everything that we'll see tonight will be made up.
Completely made up.
Based off of tonight. But yet you probably go through some similar types of exercises and so forth.
We practice skills. So when we get together, we'll practice listening, we'll practice scene building, we'll practice characters. We'll use exercises that will isolate certain skills that we need to work on and improve, so that we are better at scene building on stage in the show. So that's what we do.
So normally, especially if you have an intermission, you guys will do all your games first, then come back and do a longer form that includes the blind lines and so forth. Blind lines going to be part of this tonight?
No.
Okay.
No.
So it's all just off of those stories and so forth about dating and love and marriage. And
yeah, we're also going to be incorporating a audience bingo card, where we're taking the tropes and stereotypes of what you see in like romantic comedies. We're going to let the audience fill in our bingo card, and we're going to try to hit all of those stereotypes and see if we can fill it before the night is over. So it's going to be interactive. So that's going to be fun as well.
I like that.
Yeah.
What a fun idea. So when you do have games in a regular set, you sometimes will have a different host for one versus another. When you're doing a show like this, though, is there just going to be one host? Is the host going to be a big part of the scenes yet?
Well, this evening, I'm going to be the host or the director, kind of guiding us through the show, but I'll also be performing as well. We are structuring it loosely on just, if you've seen the Middleditch and Schwartz special on Netflix, where they just briefly interview a member of the audience and then jump into, use that as a jumping off point into their sketch. Or not necessarily sketch, but scene. That's what we're doing. So I'll be conducting the interview, and then we'll go, and then I'll be kind of the timekeeper, getting us on to the next one, making sure that we keep the things moving. But I'll be doing double duty, directing and also performing as well.
So I know that after you guys, it's going to be creating in color, and they're doing a 60-minute set. How long do you guys get?
About 45 minutes.
45, okay. Does that make it different in when to call a scene if you're doing a long form?
A little bit. It's really going to depend on the energy in the room. We're giving ourselves the liberty to see how long it needs to go, these different scenes, based off of how inspired we are by the story. The format that we are taking gives us the freedom to cut something short. If we do something and we find that button in the first 3 minutes, it's done, and that's what it needs to be, we're done and we're on to the next one. But if we find the game and we find these characters and we want to live in it together, let's take that for 15 minutes. So
the game within the game.
Yeah, we really just want to kind of play in the sandbox tonight and experiment and create something new and fun in the Belbis. And So that's what we invite everyone to come in and play with us tonight.
What got you to the point? When did you realize that I really want to do improv? You know, because I know you've got a great background in theater and so forth, but where was it that all of a sudden you went, I really think this is a great thing to do, and I want to be a part of this for as long as I can?
I really got hooked with the tightrope walk of it all. It's so scary to be on stage in front of people without a script.
True.
And the intoxication of, it's almost a nightmare. It's a nightmare scenario when you think of it. It's that nightmare of being on stage saying, go, entertain everyone, go, do it. And for me, that challenge of, can I create a character? Can I tell a story? Can I hold the audience's imagination for this? Do I have it in me? That answering those questions, can I connect with actors? Can I play with other people and do this? That question and rising to the challenge of answering it was such an exciting and scary proposition. And the intoxication of chasing that answer was addicting to me. And that's what hooked me.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it is a skill, and I feel like it's a skill that you're never done working on. It's not like a painting that you finished and you can hang on your wall and move on. Although I'm not a painter, so I'm sure there's some painters out there like, no, you're never done. Like there's always something you can work on. It's a skill that I feel like you can keep working on. And I love that. And that's what keeps me going back to improv. I remember when I started improv in college thinking, oh, well, this is fun for now, but I'll probably stop, at some point. And now I'm 42 and I'm still doing it. I still find it interesting. I still find it challenging. People ask if I still get nervous doing shows. And yes, I feel like if I stop getting nervous, that's when I should question, should I still do it? Because I feel like getting nervous means that you care about it. Mm-hmm. And I want to always care about it. But I do feel my relationship with the nerves are different. I don't fear the nerves. I welcome it. I'm glad that I'm nervous because that shows that I care. And I have a healthier relationship with the nerves. But yeah.
So what's your trick to get over the nerves?
Nerves are energy. And so when I feel that, it's like a good friend. When I feel the nerves in my stomach, I think, great, I have energy. I need energy to perform. So I am an actor, and I've trained in how to harness that energy, how to breathe, how to get grounded, how to steady myself. And so I use those exercises before I connect with my scene partners. Before I go in, I make sure I hug people. I make sure I make eye contact with everybody. I try to take that energy and turn it into something positive. I make an effort to connect with the audience members, to say hi to people when they come in. All of those things help me charge up so that I can give that when I get on stage.
Speaking of, hugging the members and so forth, beforehand, obviously you guys do some warm-ups. Is there one thing in particular that you say, this is the favorite warm-up? I love to do this one.
Okay, this is so funny because we have mixed feelings on warm-ups within our troupe. Uh-huh. I love warm-ups. Warm-ups come, for those of you who don't know, warm-ups can be physical, they can be mental. They can connect you with your scene partner. I like to do breathing warm-ups. I like to do physical warm-ups where you warm up your body. But my favorite ones are the warm-ups where you connect with each other. So where we pass the clap, or they are the warm-ups that get you thinking. So any time where we are creating a pattern, or we're doing word association, or thought exercises that kind of help me shed my real life and switch to focusing on the show. Those type of warm-ups are my favorite. There's so many.
Going back to a couple of things, and we'll put them together in terms of the nerves, and then also the, what made you kind of get into it and so forth. And you were talking about, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? I always thought the first thing, when I was in improv years ago, that when I was out there and it went well in front of people and you got applause, it's like, okay, I can do this. Yeah, we're going to have some scenes that'll bomb and so forth, but successful once, we can make it twice, etc. And I always remember that feeling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's an incredible one. People will ask, well, why do you like to entertain so much? I said, I like to make people smile. I like to make them laugh, and occasionally even make them cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Getting that feedback, positive and negative,
Yeah.
is wonderful. Any type of feedback is great. I remember the first improv troupe that I performed with was Comedy Sports. And the format of that is that you're in two teams.
Mm-hmm.
And you are competing for the audience's votes and loves. And at the end, there's one team that is triumphant. And a little bit of it, it's not scripted, but of course, at the end of the day, both teams win when you put on a good show. So it doesn't really matter if the red team wins or the blue team wins. It's a good show for everybody. But of course, in my first show, I wanted my team to win. And I was on the blue team.
There's your competitiveness again.
I was on the blue team. It was my very first show, and we won. And my team, I was on with two other guys, and they lifted me up. And they put me on their shoulders. And it was a big moment. And of course, it was a moment I'll never forget.
Yeah.
It was so great.
Well, actually, improv made me cry one time.
Mm-hmm.
The group that I was in here locally, we had to do a fundraising bit for Northwestern Iowa College. And it was down at, you cross the river, go over toward Inwood, the winery. I'm drawing a blank right now. Anyway, we ended up getting a standing ovation. And so then afterward, we went up to a room that they had for us that then we could eat. And somebody looks over and says, Dave, are you crying? I said, well, a little bit. There's some weepiness. Why? I said, we just crossed off an item on a bucket list. We got a standing ovation. And it may sound to some people like, oh, that's the only thing you live for is getting applauded and so forth. No, it's when you've been appreciated because you appreciate them. And that's just such a great feeling. And, we kind of need great feelings right now. And so if nothing else, I want to make sure that somebody takes a little time out of their day and doesn't have to worry about all the other stuff and can just enjoy fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your most asked for game? Because you have a lot of regular followers, and what's the one that everybody says, are you doing this tonight?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know if the requests ever get to my ears. Or if they do. Am I paying attention? Let's see. My favorite game that I like to play.
Okay, let's go with that one.
I love playing the instruction manual or the story die when we're all in a line and we get to carry a story on. Because there's a little competitiveness to it, and I like to win, and I like to carry on the story. That's one of my favorites. I don't know, Dave. You've gone to plenty of our shows. What's your favorite show? What's your favorite game?
I always love blind lines.
Okay.
I have some thoughts on that for all of you, but it's just it can be so great because you take that line out and all of a sudden it's like, especially since, a lot of the time it doesn't necessarily fit what you had just said.
That's right.
But it's usually a very good line regardless. And I love that. I also love your Next Detective.
Oh,
where you have to determine, based off of gibberish, who died, how they died, where they died.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, that is fun to watch. And that's one of those that its design really is not to be perfect. It's so much funnier if it doesn't stay the same throughout.
That reminds me of another one that I like to play because it does, it is it's called Lost in Translation, where two people do a scene while two other people are out, and then the two people come in, the original people redo the scene in gibberish, and then the people do the scene what they think the scene is. Do you
I've seen that.
This is a newer game that I taught. I like that game because the assumption of what the scene is always way different than what the original scene is, and I love playing that game too.
My favorite that I actually like to play is the book.
Where you have
a book and you open it up to a certain spot, and just those two pages are the things that you say. And I always loved being the one that had the book.
Oh, yeah. It's an easier job than the one who has to justify what is being done.
But to sit there off of, just 2 pages and try to find what's next, and especially if it's a book that doesn't have a lot of dialogue in it, it's like, okay, what will fit here?
Yeah, it's tricky.
So that was my favorite to play. Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, but speaking of playing, when are you going to be ranked as one of the top females in pickleball?
Well, I probably still have years to go in that. But it is my new obsession. I'm working on it daily. But I have a long way to go. But it's so much fun. When are you going to play with me?
Let's see how far this trying to improve David's balance goes.
Okay, but this is a good way to get that balance worked on.
I mean, I would have to go like minuscule baby steps.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's yeah.
All right.
I'll get you and Carrie on the court.
Okay.
Maybe Charlie can come too.
He goes a lot of places. He's well known. All right. So you have been here a few times. This means then that you get a different question. And I asked one of Etta McKinley earlier on this show. I think I'm going to go with that one. I liked it. What's your spirit animal?
Oh, okay. I would have to say, a horse.
Okay. A particular type of horse? Or?
A beautiful, painted horse.
Okay. Why?
Because I love them.
Uh-huh.
And ever since I was a little girl, I've loved and fantasized about horses running on the plains. And it's just the most beautiful thing I can think of, running on the plains in the sunset, free, looking beautiful.
Very cinematic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always love scenes like that you see that taking place. And I remember there was a show many, many years ago, a movie, Robert Redford.
Oh,
Electric.
Cinematic crushes.
Yeah. Electric Cowboy.
Yeah.
And he was wanting to make sure, because they dressed him up in rhinestones and basically blinking light jackets and so forth. And he got tired of it and just wanted to see them all run free. And then they show this area up in the mountains. And here's, thousands and just running. And it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Charlie just said scene.
He's like, and that's it. You didn't say that I was your spirit animal. He's offended.
All right. Jessica Graeber from Improb Falls. Make sure you see her with Improb Falls. Right after that, then, Creating in Color. It's all part of Local and Live at the Washington Pavilion in the Belbus Theater. Tickets are still available yet through the day. Of course, if you're listening to the show later on sometime, don't worry about that, but at least we still got to know about what's going on and what the people that are in this are like. That's what I always want to bring to you. Not so much about a timely thing and all of that. I want you people to understand the minds of creatives. And this lady is a great creator. Thank you so much, Jessica. Appreciate your time.
Dave, you're the best.
I try. And we'll be back to wrap up the Dave Holly Hour in just a moment.
Dr. Perry Langston and Dr. Corey Tooney know excellence is in you. That's why they provide you with excellent care at XL Chiropractic, improving your overall health in spirit, body, mind, and will. Get results the natural way. Arrange a consultation, 605-332-9235 or xlchiros.com. Excellent care for excellent people. XL Chiropractic, located at 4309 South Racket Drive in Sioux Falls.
He's jazzed to the eyeballs. Once again, here's Dave Hawley. Crikey, mate.
Thanks again to my great guests, Etta McKinley and Josiah Spouthall and Jessica Graeber. But most of all, thank you for the downloads, the follows, and the sharing on social media. All 266 episodes, they're available online at davehollyhour.com. Now, don't forget to use the search function for previous guests and topics. You'll also find links to Arts South Dakota and the Sioux Falls Arts Council. Until next week, I'll see you at the Arts. Going to Live and Local tonight, Ripcord at Old Town Dinner Theater Friday night, then attending Rockin' the Shrines Saturday night. As the Sioux Falls Arts Council says, together we art. As Arts South Dakota says, home is where the art is. As I say, put some art in your heart. Remember, I'm Dave Holly, and for me, every day is a holiday.
The Dave Holly Hour has been brought to you by Trio Jazz Club, Sioux Falls' premier jazz club, Serendipity Studio Gallery and Gifts, Chasers Food and Spirits, XL Chiropractic, Quality Nails, and the Sioux Falls Arts Council. Stay up to date on the show by following on Instagram and Facebook. All episodes available anytime at davehollyhour.com. The Dave Holly Hour is produced in the Dipsy Doodle Studios by Big D Entertainment.
Thanks for listening.